Thank you very much for inviting me to give you some views about the current situation of what has been a dream so far. So you have been told that devices could be dangerous if not well monitored. The complexity will grow by the combination of devices, because what is a dream for a lot of people is to have the artificial beta cell, which would be a very sophisticated pump, because connected to a glucose sensor and connected through a control system, which would be likely a cell phone. So, for those who don't know, the closed loop concept is that insulin would be delivered optimally if it would be driven by continuous glucose monitoring. And thanks to a control algorithm, as much as needed insulin would be given, not too much, neither too few, but to finally make people with diabetes with normal glucose levels. This has been done a long time ago, both in US and Europe, and it was quite efficient, as shown on the right side of the slide. But unfortunately, it was not really ambulatory, because of course you could read your book, but could not escape from your bed. So the dream was to convert this in something that would be wearable and ambulatory, fully ambulatory. And so the quest, like for the Holy Grail, for the artificial beta cell, was to have miniaturized devices. So as you know, insulin pumps have been developed in the 1970s to the 1990s and still working on this. CGM became available at the end of the 20th century and is improving more and more. And systems are connecting between CGM and pumps are also made more available during the last decade. So now we have the tools. Can we connect them efficiently? It has been shown that it is feasible to have closed loop. This was done first in hospitals, that you can have automatic control of glucose, not far from the normality with automatic delivery of insulin by pumps in hospitals. The Cambridge group was the first to show that it was even better than the pumps themselves, because it reduced the occurrence of nocturnal hypos. It was shown first in hospital, then in home-like situations. Now it is at home for several weeks. It has been shown also that not only the night could be better, but also the meal control could be better, as shown here by this experience we shared with the University of Virginia, Montpellier, and Padova in Italy. And so now we are with patients out of the hospital, and as shown by these early experiences, people on the right side of the slide can be kept in a safe range with no intervention, with continuous monitoring and continuous delivery of insulin. So where are we now? Well, as shown by this recently published data from Padova team, patients can be controlled out of the hospital. They are kept in the near normal range, even for meal control, both nighttime and daytime. Trials are in progress that will be presented during the forthcoming year, showing several weeks or several months outside of the hospital with a fully integrated artificial pancreas. So, of course, in terms of regulation, it will be quite complex, because you will have several manufacturers, and so who will be responsible for the results of this glucose control if you use a Dexcom sensor with a Medtronic pump and a cell phone from Sony. So it would be all combination of devices. And so, of course, we have to state something around this regulation, both in US and Europe. Of course, not this is rosy for every people. We still are struggling with some post-meal control in some patients, as shown here. You have some post-meal spikes. Some still have spikes and hypos, so it means that the technique is efficient, but still needs some improvement. And of course, it is a combination of device experience. Artificial pancreas is not, for now, dedicated to patients who don't want to have diabetes. It's for patients who really want to improve their control. And of course, we must offer them the safest device as possible to reach this goal. Thank you.